بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، سيدنا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا ونور قلوبنا وقرة أعيننا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. نوينا التعلم وتعليم وتذكر وتذكير والنفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على التمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم، ودعاء إلى الهدى ودلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى، مع لطف وعافية برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك علم لدني ومشرب صافي الهاني وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك العلم لدني ومشرب صافي الهاني وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك العلم لدني ومشرب صافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلاة أهل السماوات وأهل الأرض، وعافني والتف بي في أموري كلها، وأجري يا ربي لطفك الخفي في أموري وأمور المسلمين، وسلم تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلاة أهل السماوات وأهل الأرض، وعافني والتف بي في أموري كلها، وأجري يا ربي لطفك الخفي في أموري وأمور المسلمين، وسلم تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلاة أهل السماوات وأهل الأرض، وعافني والتف بي في أموري كلها، وأجري يا ربي لطفك الخفي في أموري وأمور المسلمين، وسلم تسليما في كل لحظة أبدا عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته. الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله. Today we are on chapter 3. Alhamdulillah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. And we are on our second last Friday of Rabiul Awal, which next week will be the final Friday of Rabiul Awal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq, the ability to increase in our salawats onto our beloved sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Chapter 3, Fasl Salis. Chapter 3. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له شهادة تعرب بها اللسان عما تضمنه الجنان من التصديق بها والإذعان تثبت بها في الصدور من الإيمان قواعد، وتلوح على أهل اليقين من سر ذلك الإذعان والتصديق شواهد. وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا العبد الصادق في قوله وفعله، والمبلغ عن الله ما أمره بتبليغه لخلقه من فرضه ونفله. عبد أرسله الله للعالمين بشيرا ونذيرا، فبلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة، وهدى الله به من الأمة بشرا كثيرا، فكان في ظلمة الجهل للمستبصرين سراجا وقمرا منيرا. فما أعظمهما فما أعظمها من منة تكرم الله بها على البشر. فما أوسع من نعمة انتشر سرها في البحر والبر. اللهم صل وسلم بأجل الصلوات وأجمعها وأزكى التحية وأوسعها على هذا العبد الذي وفى بحق العبودية وبرز فيها في خلعة الكمال في خلعة الكمال. وقام بحق الربوبية في مواطن الخدمة لله وأقبل عليه غاية الإقبال. صلاة يتصل بها روح والمصلى عليه به فينبسط في قلبه نور سر تعلقه به وحبه ويكتب بها بعناية الله في حزبه. وعلى آله وصحبه الذين ارتقوا صهوة المجد بقربه وتقي وتفيأوا ظلال شرف الأصل بوده وحبه. ما عطر الأكوان بنشر ذكراهم نسيم. اللهم صل وسلم أشرف الصلاة والتسليم على سيدنا ونبينا محمد الرؤوف الرحيم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. So he continues, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, he continues and he goes into the Shahada. And it is one of the sunnahs of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to begin a speech or to begin anything after doing the Bismillah and the Basmala, the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and the Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and salawats onto the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to actually declare, to renew one's faith, to declare the testimony of faith, the Shahada. And you find this in many of the books of the scholars, that in the opening, of the book, in the forward, right, is what we will call in our culture the forward of the book, right, there will be the Shahada. They will place it in the forward of the book, right, or the Muqaddimah, right, they will place the Shahada there. And there's the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that when he does his khutbah, when he speaks and he delivers a sermon, he will begin with the Shahada, right, to renew the faith, to renew our faith. And so in Islam, we understand that, after saying the Shahada, to declare one's belief or one's coming into Islam, for someone who's not a Muslim coming into Islam, or as a Muslim, right, saying the Shahada, over and over and over and over again. The benefit of it, right, is a purification of the heart. It purifies the heart from its attachment to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it purifies the limbs from its attachment to following other than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in the hadith, "Jaddidu imanakum, aksiru min qawlin, la ilaha illallah." And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Improve, renew your faith, renew your iman, do in abundance the statement, La ilaha illallah." And that's, and so by that by the instruction of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we realize the importance of having an amount of a litany or dhikr or wirid, right, in our life, whereby we say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna muhammadan rasulullah. Right, already it is made compulsory for us to say it in our prayer, right? So compulsory in the last attahiyat, and sunnah to do so, right, in the first attahiyat, sunnah mu'akkada. Right, it is a very, very highly emphasized sunnah, and it's from the aba'ad of the prayer, right, to do so. And then we find the shahada as well in the adhan. Right, so anyone who hears the adhan will also be doing the shahada 5 times a day. With the hearing of the adhan, the shahada is part of the adhan. Right, and mashallah, it should be part of your wirid. It should be part of your daily wirid, right? To go la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. And one of the things that Al-Habib Umar mentioned, for women especially, he mentions Hafidhahullah ta'ala wa nafa'ana bihi wa bi'ulumihi darain. One of the things that Habib Umar, may Allah preserve him and benefit us by him and his knowledge immovable, he said, of the zikr of the woman. He said of the zikr of the woman of the end of time, a zikr for women specifically, a woman who live in the end of time, is to do in abundance, like this. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, like that. Right? To do the shahada and then to follow up with salawat. So, like to do in abundance, at least 100 times every day. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Or without the shahada, you say لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Right, like that as well. You can do that as well without the word ashhadu. So you say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, like that. Right, so the testimony, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and then salawat sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and this will protect us, inshallah. You protect women at the end of times, right, from all of the delusion and all of the deception, right, of the end of time that will be specifically targeted at women. Right, specifically targeted at women, the one that the Dajjal and Shaitan will aim to destroy first, that will be the women. They'll be the first ones that Shaitan and that the Shaitan has been always aiming here, the woman, and the Dajjal, right, his plots, right, it always points at the woman, subhanAllah. And we look around us, in our zaman, we see, yes, we can see very, very, very manifest that indeed, Shaitan and Dajjal, they have made use of the woman, right, to destroy men, to destroy women, to destroy men, to destroy children. And so all parts of society, right, it goes back to the woman. The rectification of women is a rectification of society. And even destruction of women is a destruction of society, and Shaitan knows this very well. Right? So he's been working on this, and he's been very successful. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Right? In deluding women into doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, into distracting themselves away from the duties that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to them. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. So if someone needs, strength in this time that we live in, the strength to hold on, right, to what is right, strength to hold on or to do what is most beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is trying to pursue a path that is against our nafs. A lot of times it's against our nafs, right? But it is what Allah loves from us. Then do in abundance. If you need strength, you need strength. If you don't need, even if you think you're strong enough, do in abundance still. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Or whenever you feel the loss of Islam, it's getting hard on you, or you feel that you feel that fulfilling your role as a woman is getting hard on you, or it's hard on your nafs, right? Then you say it over and over again. I just take a deep breath and say over and over again, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Keep doing that over and over again. I tell you, it's mujarrab, right? It is mujarrab, it is tried, it's tested, it's proven, right? This is the one solution, right? It is the one solution, right? Whenever you feel, like stressed up, right? You feel emotionally down, you feel emotionally, hurt, you feel emotionally, or you feel alone in certain situations, right? You feel and mashallah, all kinds of feelings. This is why shaitan attacks women. Shaitan plays, shaitan, you see he's evil, he is evil. But he manipulates the emotions of women. He knows that we have a weakness there, right, in our emotions. And so he manipulates it to his advantage. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Right. So if you want to get rid of him in his manipulation, in his whisperings of you, and he's dragging you down, right, a very dark road, of self-loathing and self-destruction and self-hatred and depression and whatsoever that many women go through. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And of course, men do as well. If you wanna block all of that, right, block all of that, then on you to do in abundance, in abundance, in abundance. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. MashaAllah, the commentary just on the Shahada, right? Just on the Shahada. People underestimate the power of the Shahada. Right? They underestimate that all of your solutions in life goes down to the Shahada. Literally, all of your solutions in life go down to the Shahada. And this is why Habib Muhammad bin Salim, the father of Habib Umar, who penned down the very, 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 beautiful book that is dedicated to all women, Tazkirah Hadramiyah. Tazkirah Hadramiyah is a book, like it is called the Hadrami Reminder. تذكرة الحرمية فيما يجب على النساء من الأمور الدينية. Had a reminder on what is compulsory on a woman to know of the matters of her religion. Right? When he penned it down, when he wrote down this book for women, right? The first thing that he began with in the book is the explanation of the Shahada. Not many books actually do that. And not many books, every book will have like a section on Aqidah, they have a section on fiqh, right, on rulings. Then they have a section on tasawwuf, on inner purification. Every book will have that. And this book is no different. It has it as well. It has an entire section on Aqidah, an entire section on laws and jurisprudence, an entire section on interactions with other people, which is basically purification, inward purification. And he's the part of Aqidah, right? And I always thought it to be, to be interesting. Right? I always thought it to be interesting, right? That he focuses on a sharah, like he focuses on an explanation of the Shahada. Right? He just writes down an explanation of the Shahada. And then I always wondered, like it's not something that you find in most books. A full, explanation of what does Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah mean. But he puts it into his book right at the beginning. Is very unique, right? Which is interesting, and which shows very clearly that there's a solution, right? That is the solution for a lot of our, I would say a lot, I would say every one of your problems, solutions right there. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Right? You um that you keep saying this over and over and over and over again, regardless of what your problems are, regardless of what your problems are, say this over and over and over again. Inshallah, Allah will give you a way out. Allah will give you a way out. Allah will give you solution. Allah will give you strength. Allah will give you tranquility. Allah will give you calmness. Right? Just take the shahada, right, and recite it over and over and over and over and over again. Subhanallah. And so if anyone ever comes up to you with all of their problems, right, you tell them, I know the solution. I say to them, I know the solution to your problems. And they'll be like, what? What's the solution? So you just sit down every day, like get your tasbih, right? And you just do this, okay? Just do this like 100 times every single day. Do it, right? La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just do it like that. Just do it like that, right? You say to them, right? Mashallah, and you tell them, trust me, it works. Trust me, it works. Mashallah. And this is the thing that is about our society as Muslims. People don't trust zikr anymore, right? You give them a zikr prescription, they be like, yeah, but what else? Just like give me something else as a solution. Give me something else. Like, what else do you have? What else do you need besides dhikr? Come on, literally, like, what else do you need besides dhikr? Everything you find a solution in dhikr. Everything you find a solution in dhikr. Right? Whether it's a shahada or whether it's salawat under the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whether it is istighfar, to cleanse yourself of the sins that is plaguing you and is burdening you, right? Like all of our problems, everything in life, you will find a solution. You will, right? You will find a solution in dhikr. And of course, the greatest form of dhikr is the Quran. Right? The Quran, to recite the Quran is the greatest form of dhikr. Right? Yesterday, Habib Muhammad mentioned to seek secret knowledge. Just to go out there and to seek secret knowledge is the greatest form of dhikr. MashaAllah. So he begins with the testimony of faith, and he says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. Right? And he says, and I bear witness. And we all say, and we bear witness. And we will keep saying this the rest of our life. Inshallah. This is the most precious statement to us in our life. This statement, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. It was a statement that our Prophet ﷺ, he shed blood and tears, and he strived so hard, ﷺ, just to bring this statement of unity, this statement of truth, this statement of the oneness of Allah onto the tongues of human beings in his time, in his society, up to all times and all societies. Right? He strove so hard, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to bring this statement to us. So it is the most precious statement for us to utter, right, every single day in our life, and to teach our children to utter regularly in abundance. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. And this affirms our faith, where you say, and I bear witness. I bear witness. And the word ashhadu, you look into any aqidah book, not just aqidah book, look into any fardu'ain book. Right? And they will say, ashhadu. What is the meaning of ashhadu? Ashhadu atayaqqanu a'lamu. Right? Ashhadu atayaqqanu a'lamu. And Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Right? Which is, I bear witness, I know, which means I know, and I have I have complete certainty. I have complete certainty, like, and I declare this to myself, and I declare this to others. I have no doubt whatsoever, and I know this to be a fact. Which is why Allah yarham Ustaz Zulkifli, right? He wrote in one of his books, right, of the issues of using the word belief, right? Because belief seems to be something that is subjective, right? Subjective meaning, like, the belief brings in a connotation of, of many things that could be believed incorrectly. It brings in a connotation which is not true. In our religion, whereby we don't really say, like when you may say, I believe in this and I believe in that, right? And people say, oh, everyone has their own beliefs and everyone has the right to their own beliefs, right? And this is how the confusion happens. It's not about belief, it's about truth, it's about fact. Right? So when we say ashhadu, right? When we say ashhadu, right? We say I declare an absolute truth that is undeniable and that I have no doubt on. It's not something subjective. It is not something, a personal that I choose for myself. It's not something that is debatable. It's not something that some people can choose to believe in and some people can choose not to believe in. I know it is something that is a unit, that is something that is true, that is truth in this universe that we live in, that in this existence that we exist in, and that absolute truth is that there is none there is none to be worshipped. In truth, like in this entire universe, there is no creator, there is no God, and there is none that we submit ourselves to and that we are to obey except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So even if na'uzubillah, a person were to leave Islam, even if, right? Na'uzubillah, this statement of La ilaha illallah stands. Like the statement of La ilaha illallah, right? It is not, it's not something that is subjective, right? But it is absolute truth. Right? So maybe the person stops saying ashhadu. Maybe he stops admitting it, and there is no God but Allah. But him leaving Islam, or a person refusing to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, does nothing to the fact of the matter that there is no God but Allah. It is a fact. It is a fact. It is truth. It is haqq in our existence. So inshallah, we will continue our explanation tomorrow. So again, as yesterday, I think a lot of people are going to the masjid for the morning lesson in Habib Muhammad al-Idrus. But those who want to do Maulid, you are welcome to continue doing the Maulid. I'm not like stopping the Maulid or anything. Right, so it's up to you all. But I'm going to the masjid inshallah. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. الله